Hello, everyone. My name is Luis Padilla. Today, I'm going to be having a special guest with me, Sean Farmer. He is an assistant coach for the Bishop Kenny High School baseball team, and I'm very excited about it. So, yours truly, Sean.
How's it
Sean.
going? Good to see you.
Nice to meet you again. So I'm curious about your job and how did you get involved and how did you hear about the possibility of being an assistant coach?
Well, I've been involved in baseball in my life. I've played my whole life. I've always been interested in coaching. And I was looking for jobs, about a couple months ago and came across, an opening. It was if you're interested, to email the head coach. And that's what I did. He got back with me very quickly. Scheduled a kind of meet and greet. He picked my brain a little bit about baseball. I picked his, and the rest is history.
Okay. When do you guys start the season?
So I believe 2 weeks is our first official game, but we also play a preseason tournament next weekend, and we're really looking forward to that. I think we've got a great group of guys. We're legally only allowed to start practicing January 20th, so it hasn't been long.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we have a great group of guys, and I think we'll be ready to play.
So you think there's a lot of talent with the team?
Yeah, I think there's a ton of talent. We got a ton of returners. Me being new to the team, I still don't know everyone's name. I don't know everyone's role, but from what I've observed thus far, I think there's plenty of guys that the juniors and seniors that have come back that are. They look really good. We've got a guy who's committed to Florida already. He's going to be able to help us on the mound and in the field and at the plate. And we also got a ton of new guys out there, like JV. There's a total of 40 plus players out there, so there's a lot to work with. But I think with our returners, that's obviously where that's the bulk of our varsity team.
Of course.
And that's those guys I think are special.
So what in particular, would you say you're doing differently than maybe other teams to get prepared for opening day?
Yeah, so Coach Tommy Edwards, he's the head coach at Bishop Kenny. He went to Mississippi State and Florida. He's a big believer in just the fundamentals of the game. We've worked a ton, bunt defense, first and third, situational hitting has been a big thing. It's not like we're going out every day and we're just, we're not just throwing a baseball around and hitting it around with no purpose or no meaning. We're out there, trying to get things done, working on, like I said, situational stuff. And a lot of that is mundane, and it's hard to get kids who are still that young to focus on that sort of stuff. Because most kids just want to go out there and hit and, do all the fun stuff. But, he really harps on the important little things that I think, over time, you're going to encounter those in every game you play.
Right.
And I think a big, difference maker, it could mean 1 run, it could mean 10 runs, is, making those fundamental plays and doing the little things right.
Right. So what would you say would be different from when you played high school and now coaching? How is it different from both sides?
Yeah, I think it's just perspective, really. Like, when I played, I didn't know where I was going to end up, really, not until my senior year.
Right.
How long I was even going to play, what it all meant, really. I was just kind of out there to have fun, and, I'd goof around, and didn't always take it seriously. Looking back on it, I wish I did take it more seriously. But, now just being a coach, I'll see guys, if they're goofing off or not, maybe they're not 100% focused on one thing or doing everything as good as they are, working as hard as I think they should be. And, in my head, I'm like, what are you doing? You should take this more seriously.
Yeah.
But, then I have a moment where I'm like, oh, that's what I was like. I was probably worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, it's just, that comes with just being older, and I've been through more, and that happens in, many aspects of life. Things you look back on, it's like, well, I wish I would have done that differently. But, it's still, and that's what's kind of hard about, because they're still kids, and I think teaching kids is hard because, everybody was once a kid, everyone who's an adult, but it's hard to empathize with them, I guess, at times, because it can seem like a long time ago, even though for me it wasn't. But still, I think it's important to just be able to relate to them, and I don't know, that's kind of where I'm at, I think, but.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, you definitely want to have a good perspective of what they're bringing to the table, and then two, they also want to see you bring something to the table. And it's hard for being a first-year manager because,
Right.
a lot of people are going to be like, oh, man, what does he know? Or like,
Sure.
how should we trust him? And it's just,
Yeah.
getting to know your players and all that, and
Yeah,
just having
yeah.
good guys around you, it definitely helps.
Yeah, they don't know anything about me. A lot of these kids have been, especially, the older guys, the returners, some of them are really good. They've been one of the best players on the team for a couple years, and it's like, who's this new guy who's
Right.
going to tell me, like, what to do? It's tough. Yeah, but, I think I'm not far removed from that mentality, so I think I can relate to it better than maybe, some of the older coaches on staff. But.
Yeah, I agree. All right, well, this is going to be a wrap for you guys. Again, Sean Farmer, assistant coach for Bishop Kenny. You guys, check him out. He's really good at what he does, and that is it. Thank you.
Thanks.